Well, good afternoon, people. I'll wait for a few people to join in and join me on this one because I've got an important announcement to make of what's going to be happening over the next 24 hours. But I'll wait for one or two people to pop in and join. So I'm not talking to myself, which I often do, like I'm doing now. So we'll wait for people to join. If anybody's going to join, there we go. We've got some people joining. So I just wanted to let you all know not to panic and not to sort of buy into this frenzy, but it's going to be announced tomorrow evening around about tea time that the country is going to go on lockdown. Borris Johnson's going to address the nation and he's going to let people know. Now what he's going to say is we are not allowed out of our houses for 15 days. We're going to be locked down. All supermarkets, emergency services, pharmacies and places like that are going to be open. Schools, businesses, small businesses are going to be... Well, I'm buzzing away now. Right, okay, he's gone. Just had a call. So, yeah, I've just had it from a good source, a good friend, that up at Catterick Barracks, troops are being immobilised as we speak. He's around the corner from Catterick Barracks. They're on the way out of there, they're leaving. So it looks like that we are going to go on lockdown, and we are going to end up shutting the country down for 15 days. So my advice is not to panic, not to run around and go shopping. Obviously, go get what you need. Do a normal shop as you would for a week or two. Places are going to be open. They are going to be heavily guarded, as you can imagine, for all the looting and things, because once our dickhead friend announces that we're going to shut the country down, it's going to go into a little bit of chaos. But my advice will be is to stay calm. Try and get some bits and bats later on today if you can, but don't go out rushing, don't go panic buying. Just make sure that you've got enough. Places are going to be open, food outlets are going to be open. There's enough food in the UK to get us through quite easily for the next 2 to 3 months. So don't panic buy. There's enough to go around, okay? The government are going to be releasing loads of monies on mortgages, and they're going to be releasing all sorts of funds, so people are not going to struggle, but it is going to happen. Yeah, there's not on the shelves, exactly, but it is going to happen tomorrow evening. A press conference is going to be called, and basically the whole of the UK is going to be shut down for 15 days, okay? It's happening. The army are on the streets. They're up at Catterick Barracks. They're leaving now. I've just been told by a friend that's up there that, Jason, they're leaving. They're immobilising. Lots and lots of troops are leaving Catterick Barracks as we speak. So they are going to put us on lockdown. They are going to end up basically shutting the country down. It's going to be for 15 days. But we knew this was going to happen. We was expecting it. We knew it was going to happen. So just be vigilant. Obviously, look, make sure between now and tomorrow you can get to your loved ones, go see your neighbours, people that are older, people that are going to struggle. I want you to go out there and make sure that they're going to be okay. Keep in contact and make sure that your loved ones are sorted. But don't panic. Places are going to be open. I don't want you to go out and panic buy, and I don't want you to go out with this hysteria. But they are going to lock the country down, and it's going to be announced tomorrow at 5 o'clock, give or take, maybe 6 o'clock, knows, I don't know what time, but Boris is going to call a press conference. So they're holding off until they've got financial stability in place for people. Now, obviously, all the mortgages and all the bills and all the debts, there's going to be a break. There's going to be a 3 month, if you heard it on the radio, there's going to be a 3 month break. The reason why it's held off, and the reason why we've held off on locking the country down, is so that they can get these things into place so people are not going to struggle. Look at it as a good thing. Look at it as something that you can use to get close to your family, start building bonds back up, start enjoying each other's company, because that's what we're lacking in the world. A lot of people have divided themselves off, and it's a lot of households that don't even like each other, because some people don't even like the same football team that other people like. So use it as a good thing. Use it as a time to reflect. Use it as a time to focus on where you're going to go in life, because shit is going to change now, people. Things are going to change. From now onwards, stuff is going to change. The world, as we know it, will never, ever, ever be the same. Now, whether it's a good thing and people are buying into this thing that Q's put out there, I am not sure. Whether the Cabal, it is the end of the Cabal, whether we are experiencing the end of the elitists and the globalists, hopefully that might be the case. Unfortunately, we know that they're wanting a new world order, okay? But there's a lot of light shining in the moment of darkness that we're having now, and there is a lot of light shining. So we all need to come together, exactly as Nicholas just said, unity. Yeah, we can use this now. The hidden hand has exposed itself to the world. It has exposed itself. The Cabal have exposed themselves, and a lot of people now know who the Cabal is. Now, 2-3 weeks ago, a lot of people, only 5% of the world, knew who the Cabal were and what they are and what they stand for. Now I think that majority of people have got an idea of who really is running this shit and who has been running this shit for the last couple of 100 years. It's all about to come crashing down. Now, I told you about this years ago, that we are going to get to a point and a crossroads, and it's going to be... listen, we're living in interesting times. It is a very, very interesting time slip that we have come to Earth to experience and live in. And there's a lot of light out there that's shining bright, that's trying to make this world a better place. So do not fear, do not panic, prepare yourselves, but enjoy each other's time. This is a 2-week holiday, and a lot of people are going to get looked after and paid for by the system, which is a shock. So that tells me that something is going on behind the scenes here, because a lot of money is being thrown at people. In America, the Fed Reserve have dropped their interest rates to 0%. So that has never, ever, ever happened in America. That's the Fed Reserve. And those that know about the Fed Reserve know that they would never, ever, ever drop the interest rates. They've also put 500 billion into back payments for mortgages. That's the Fed Reserve. So something is happening that we don't know about. This is a big smoke screen. Obviously, as always, the television tells you lies, and it propagates something that they want you to know, so you're not focusing on what really is happening. That's what the TV does. That's propaganda. Yeah, it's a propaganda tool. Goebbels would have been proud of this. But just to let you know, Daz, I'll call you back in a second, love. But just to make people aware that we are going to go on lockdown. It is going to be announced tomorrow evening. So make sure that your loved ones are safe. If you've got older family relatives, make sure that you've got contact with them, that you keep in contact with them for the next 2 weeks, and make sure that you look after each other. When this is over, I think, yes, absolutely, perfect time, Cassie, to meditate and practice mindfulness. Well said. I said that in the other video that I did last night. This is an opportunity for the human collective consciousness now to join together and become one. And I say that, and I mean it. We have got an opportunity now where everybody, think about it this way, the whole human consciousness is thinking the same at this moment in time. So if we can use that collectiveness, we can make this world... Keep cutting off. So just be mindful, be aware. Dan, I would suggest if they do make you stay in, just be careful, because they will arrest you, they will ask you for ID. If it's not an emergency, they will be wanting to know who you are and where you are. Your major built-up areas are going to be covered. Obviously, all the supermarkets and shops, or the main shops, the main outlets, are going to have a heavy military presence. But it's going to happen. I wanted to let you all know it's going to be announced tomorrow. I'm giving you a bit of an heads up so you can go out there and, obviously, before the mainstream media pushes this and then the real panic starts kicking in, and then we do see mass hysteria, to go get yourself sorted while you can. You've got a short window of opportunity to make sure that you've got enough bits and bats. Don't go silly. You don't need to go silly. It's only going to be a 2-week holiday that we're going to have. I'd look at it like that. It's a 2-week paid holiday. The government are going to end up supporting us, which I'm shocked about, but they have to support us if they lock us down. They have to make sure that we're supported. So, yeah, Glenn, well, listen, you've got to look at the positives, and I want people to look at the positives in this. If this is the end of the cabal, and if this is the end of globalization as we know it, that is a good thing. It is a positive thing. And what has happened because of this coronavirus, a lot of people have realised a lot of bullshit has been thrown at us, and a lot of people, I'm not going to say have become awake, because we go to awake where dead people are. I'm going to say have become aware. A lot of people have now become aware of an agenda that a lot of us have been pushing and screaming and shouting about for the last 10, 15 years. And I predicted what is happening now a long time ago and said, this is what's going to happen. They're going to shut the world down. They want a totalitarian global state. Now, whether or not it's been hijacked and the lightness is going to shine through on the darkness, I really haven't got a clue. But it's an interesting time that we're living in. Don't be scared. Try use this as a positive to spend some time with your loved ones and reconnect with your nearest and dearest. But please, please, please do not go panic buying. But you have got a window of opportunity now between tomorrow tea time and now to make sure that you've got enough to see you through. Most people have anyway. Most people have already stocked up with all the frenzy that's going on. But you have now got an opportunity between now and tomorrow before the announcement gets made that we are going to go on lockdown. But we knew we were going to go on lockdown. A lot of people knew that. All the other countries have gone on lockdown. We just took us time because we've got a dickhead that hides in fridges running the country. But we've took us time. Yeah. So listen, guys, keep your heads about you. Keep calm. Just make sure you've got enough to get through. Look at this as a 2-week paid holiday. This is nothing bad. It is a good thing. Try not to get too distressed and wound up and fearful over this. It is a good thing. Enjoy the rest of your days, but go out and make sure that you've got your loved ones, your nearest and dearest, looked after. Enjoy your day, guys. I'll do an update whenever I get an update, but I have been told within the last 20 minutes that people are leaving Catterick Barracks. There is a mobilisation of troops leaving Catterick Barracks, which is the biggest barracks in the north of England, and they're there. And I've also been told by military personnel that they're there, and I've also been told by parliamentary personnel, second-hand information, but that is what's happening. So just be mindful, be aware, and just make sure that you look after yourselves. 2 weeks is all, 15 days they're going to lock us down for, and it's all going to be over and done with, and life will resume as normal. But things have to happen, has to change. They cannot just turn around and say we're going to shut the world down. They have to have a smokescreen to allow them to do it. And a lot of people have fallen for it and they believe in it. Let it happen. Yeah, if you know anything about this coronavirus, the majority of the victims, unfortunately, God rest their souls, have had a lot of complications already, and they are not in fit health conditions. So make sure that you've got your immune systems boosted, get some fresh food in, and make sure that you just try be happy, try smile, and try enjoy each other's company. This is not a bad thing that's happening, people. This could be a good thing that's happening. Try be positive, keep your vibration high, and try look at the positives. Don't look at it with a negative spin, because this, I feel, is a good thing for us. It gives us a fantastic opportunity and chance to reconnect with us loved ones, to slow down our lives, take stock of the world around us, and know what we need to do as a collective moving forward. Enjoy your day, love, light, and peace.